Hi, this is Dr. S and welcome to video 2 of my series on reaction rates for Year 12 chemistry. This video is about collision theory, which is the theory that explains how particles actually react together. In a nutshell, it means that the particles have to collide or hit each other in order to react, but there are a few more details about that. I'm going to try and model this with my pen. So let's say that I want to get my pen lid back onto my pen. It's not going to just miraculously go back onto it. Now remember, if it's representing particles, the particles are constantly moving around in random directions. The only way that this pen lid is going to get back on this pen is if that collides with that. Okay? But it has to be more specific than that. It has to collide at a specific point in the pen. It can't collide here. It can't collide here. Remember, the particles will be randomly moving around. It can't collide here. It can't collide there. It has to collide at the right position. We call it the right orientation. Additionally, this particle has to be the right way around. It can't collide like this. It can't collide like that. It has to collide like this. So you should be able to see that actually the vast majority of collisions don't result in a full pen. They don't result in a reaction. It's only the ones that have the correct orientation that allow the reaction to happen. In addition to that, if these are moving around very slowly, and there's only a small amount of energy put in the lid back on the pen, then what happens when I pick the pen up is that the lid falls off. Okay, so there also has to be enough energy to force this to react with that, and that's by pushing it together. I put in a bit of extra energy to do that. So the key points of the collision theory are that in order for a reaction to happen, two particles must collide. They must hit each other. And they must collide with the right orientation. That means the right way around. And they must collide with enough energy. Now the reason they need enough energy is they have to overcome an energy barrier in order to react. You might have heard of that energy barrier before. It's called the activation energy, which is the minimum amount of energy required in order to start a reaction. And at A level, it's given the symbol EA. So two particles must collide with the right orientation with enough energy to overcome the activation energy. So if you remember these 3 points of how collision theory tells you whether a particle is going to react, these will help you explain in the future why rates of reaction can be different if we change something. Okay? If all these 3 things are true, two particles collide with the right orientation and with enough energy to overcome EA, we say we have a successful collision. And you will see that phrase several times over the next videos. Okay, next time we'll explain how changes in concentration and changes in pressure and surface area might affect reaction rates. Okay, I'll see you then.